the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. Our featured matchup tonight out in New York, where the Knicks will be going up against the Brooklyn Nets. And for Brooklyn, this is not how they envision the start of the season. It's still very early, but they have to be worried about how they're matching up against other clubs. The inconsistent effort level. They could really use a win tonight for their confidence. And the Brooklyn Nets, no control of their first-round pick until 2019. Makes it tough to execute a quick turnaround, Shaq, but they're trying.
Yeah, the front office has been getting creative. They're taking on big contracts to acquire valuable assets.
Well, they've done a great job recently of drafting late because it's tough. You know, late first-round picks, late second-round picks, those are guys you really have to do some homework on. But win or lose, these guys have played hard every single night.
What's a quick turnaround? There, see, it makes it tough to execute. Quick turnaround. Quick turnaround.
Ernie, that's not quick.
We got new chairs.
That's not quick.
Here in the studio.
It's actually kind of slow turnaround.
Kevin Harlan's got the call.
Live from New York, 2K Sports proudly brings you Knicks basketball. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. Looking at the last game for the New York Knicks, it was a loss to the Golden State Warriors. And boy, they really got humiliated at home. They got flat out dominated in that game, guys.
Yeah, we saw no matter what they tried offensively, the opponent just had the answer.
Well, that was an absolute beatdown, and you hope that they learn and move on from it.
And so off the tip, it's New York. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Brooklyn now, they've got DeMar Carroll out there. Allen is out there with Davis. Then it's Russell. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Moutier. The Knicks rebound. Here's Cantor. Excellent D there from Allen. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Russell's got the first points of the night for Brooklyn.
And for D'Angelo Russell, the former #2 pick, it's all about developing himself as a player and a leader. Has focused more on the team and less on himself of late, and knows what is expected of him and has to earn every second of floor time.
Here's Dinwiddie, defended by Moutier. Dinwiddie kicks to Carroll. There's the dish to Allen. Down low, it's tipped. Now here is Hardaway. In the loss to the Warriors the other night, definitely was not himself. And the three ball is good. Hardaway has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Here's Dinwiddie, defended by Moutier. Dinwiddie dishes to Allen, and he makes that one. Allen's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
Well, there's no consistency from the field in this quarter. We'll see if he can get his shot going. That's a great beginning. 3 for 3 from the floor.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. I was able to talk with David Fizdale for just a moment. They have won their one matchup against this team so far, but he said the first order of business was for them to score against a very tough shot-blocking team inside. He said in a game like this, you can't turn down perimeter looks. They could be the key to victory. We'll see if he's right, Kevin.
Okay, D.A., thanks. Breaking down the defense on the other side is going to take some hard work today.
But, you know, guys, I'm sure they'll be up for it. I always got even more fired up for a game when I knew that the other team was going to be bringing it on the D.
Well, it definitely has a tendency to sharpen one's focus. There's no room for error. Anything less than their best in this game simply won't cut it.
Brooklyn trailing. Dinwiddie passes to Carroll. And there's the feed to Russell, stolen by Cantor. The Knicks have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Ntilikina, and it's sent back by Russell. Inside, here's Allen. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And now that that final debt Doris has been paid, it must feel like a huge relief for Nets fans to be done with that trade they made with Boston.
Well, you hate to say it, but trading for KG, Pierce, and Terry back in 2013 turned out to be a disaster for the Nets. Probably set the organization back a good 5 years. They must be thrilled to be out from under the weight of that mistake.
And he can't get the first one. We are seeing some guys who are role players last year, Doris, now stepping up in their games individually and becoming more prominent.
Well, I think that has to do with 2 things. First, the offseason work you put in. It's really advanced at this point. And what that work that you put in the offseason does is it raises your confidence level. And when you step between the lines, you better believe you can contribute. So it's, yes, it's skill development, it's strength, it's conditioning, it's nutrition. There's so many things that go into a role player starting to become more assertive and more involved.
Now here is Hardaway. He's got 5. Conley with it. Picked up by Davis. 6 to shoot. New York, no good that time either. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And slam dunk by Allen.
Well, how about that floor awareness by Spencer Dinwiddie, getting his guys the basketball in great spots.
And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for the Knicks. Trailing by 2. They traveled to Brooklyn last time they faced the Nets, and they came away with a win.
And on the road, their perimeter shooting really helped to kind of keep the crowd out of the game.
No, I completely agree. They completely took the crowd out of it. They were scorching hot from the perimeter all night long.
Here's Cantor.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
That shot missing. Russell passes to Dinwiddie, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. To the inside, and goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
Well, this guy is a skilled scorer from that area. Once Enes Kanter gets a little bit of position, he's good.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. It's Carroll on the wing. Dishes it to Allen. Pulls up. The shot by Carroll, no good. New York's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Now here's Moutier. Not a lot of room. Ntilikina passes to Kanter. Shoots over Carroll. Kanter's shot is off.
Tremendous defense. Boy, they're putting an emphasis on not giving him a clean look inside.
Dinwiddie kicks to Allen. To the left side wing. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Knocked away. Just his first attempt. Tries again. Here's Russell. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Now here's Moutier. Defense right on him. Pass to Ntilikina. There's the 3. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Dinwiddie passes to Allen. And he's going up for the alley-oop. It's stolen by Moutier. 5-on-3 break. Passes it to Ntilikina. Connects from 3-point range. Ntilikina's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Well, you think about the New York Knicks last season and any number of challenges they faced. Jarrett Jack was probably the closest thing they had to a legit playmaker in the NBA. Here's a guy who led his team with 5.5 assists per game.
A different look for New York. Hezonja, he's checked in for Hardaway, and Lee's subbed in for Frank Ntilikina. And the Nets making a change here. Nets trail by 3. Russell finds Davis. Russell against Lee. Russell passes to LeVert. Knocked loose and stolen by Hezonja. The pass to Moutier. Rebounded by the Nets. And Dora's talking about the Knicks. Even without a dedicated playmaker, they were still above league average in the assist category.
Well, they show you that you can conquer that metric with shared responsibility. And that certainly works if you're moving the basketball well. But you also, I think, need that one guy who, when everything else breaks down, can make a play for himself or for a teammate.
Here's Lee after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. 5 to shoot. Over Russell. No good from Lee.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And it's Russell missing.
Now that's where they want to go with the ball. They can tolerate a few misses as long as he gets his touches inside.
And the Knicks making a change here. The inside. He's guarded by Russell. Here's Hezonja. Nailed from 3-point land. Hezonja's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, you love that Courtney Lee, a tremendous shooter, is willing to give it up when he sees a guy open. That's good stuff.
Napier kicks to Russell. Lays it up off the glass. Russell's got 8.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
There's Baker. Robinson passes to Knox. Just 5 on the clock. A baseline J. And Davis pulls it down. The Nets have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. To the paint. Here's Fareed. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Fareed's got it all tied up now for Brooklyn. Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to the Golden State Warriors. Baker kicks to Hazonia. Here's Knox. Fareed defending. Knox misses.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Out left to the wing. Here's Russell. Back to Napier. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. And it's LeVert missing. New York's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. And stolen by Napier. Now here's Fareed, the fast break opportunity. Here's LeVert. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Poked away. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And where have the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Nets.
And you can see how important those inside baskets are. This is a team that loves to work the ball inside, whether the entry pass or off of a drive. They like to feed on those high percentage looks.
And here are the Knicks now to the middle. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Brooklyn with the ball. The Nets have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Once considered a huge bust, Mario Hazonia has started to come alive and find his place in the NBA.
Let's remember, this is a man who got his rookie option declined and had to make the most of some chances and showed he still has upside last season. This guy was thought to be on the verge of leaving the NBA, but is starting to come around. I'll tell you, this guy does some tough work on the glass, battles as hard as anybody for those second chance opportunities.
A minute 42 left in the first quarter of the game. Robinson finds Hazonia. Just 5 on the clock. Stolen by Fareed. Here's Russell. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
I tell you, proving how dangerous he can be inside. D'Angelo Russell forcing the defense to make a commitment. Think about this. In his first season away from the Lakers last year, D'Angelo Russell seemed to be a much more confident player. Looked like the number 2 overall pick we expected coming out in 2015.
The first one falls. And Russell missing a lot of time before the midway point last year with a knee injury.
Well, I think he knew that he would be called upon to lead the team with his scoring and playmaking ability, and he really stepped up to the challenge. Amazing what a change of scenery can do for a guy.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Harris is checked in for LeVert, and it's Allen Crabbe in for Napier.
Well, D'Angelo Russell is a dynamic scorer in the NBA. He's got a unique skill set at the position. The key is he's got to continue to grow as a decision maker.
Now here's Crabbe. His last outing, he had 8 points.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
58 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Hazonia. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Fareed inside. Hazonia defending. The shot's good from Fareed.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Robinson with it. Pass to Knox. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Trying to end the drought. A rebound by the Nets. Davis has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
You know, scoreless this quarter, and it's not helping them battle back.
And Fareed kicks to Davis. For 3, Harris. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Brooklyn, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Frank Ntilikina has established himself as a legit defender. He spoke about his mindset.
Defense is 80% of will and 20% ability. So you try to stop the player in front of you and you try to deny him to score the basket. That's just the challenge, and that's what I love in this part of the game.
A young player with an advanced understanding of defense, and his length gives him an edge.
And his defense is something he enjoys. If he can put it all together at both ends, he's a player you can build around.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
Well, the commitment is evident, and they are simply phenomenal at their aggression on the defensive end right now.
We've got Baker, Hazonia out there with Robinson. Then it's Lee, and it's Knox in at the 3. They're the group New York will start the second with. And here are the Knicks now, following the miss by Kenneth Fareed. Here's Baker. No points in the game yet for him. Lets it fly. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Hazonia.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Fareed. Here's Harris, and it's blocked. And here is Hazonia. Robinson passes to Hazonia.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
A different look for New York. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Hazonia. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Lee. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Tamari Carroll's checked in for Fareed. Ntilikina kicks to Hardaway. Here's Knox. And the shot falls short this time.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously cold right now, but he's trying to find that rhythm. You've got to keep working.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And it's the Knicks with the ball. After the basket by Brooklyn. Outside Hardaway. Knocks down the 3 ball. Hardaway has got 8 points. Well, he was fired by the Grizzlies 19 games into last season, Doris, but Coach David Fizdale with a fresh start now with the Knicks in New York.
Well, you think about in Memphis, he tried to shift from the grit and grind to a more modern NBA style, and I think he encountered some resistance there. With the Knicks, more of a clean slate, a chance to build the culture from the ground up.
Here's Ntilikina. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Golden State. Knocks the pass to Ntilikina. And again, New York with the triple.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Here's Dinwiddie. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Crabbe finds Carroll. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Hardaway with a wide-open look. And again, it's New York.
Well, don't get caught up in the long-range shooting. Hardaway Jr. has that in-between game. Really nice shot.
Pass to Carroll. He dishes it to Dinwiddie. Back to Carroll. Shoots it up. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. New York's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. A clear look for Hardaway. They get it back. Robinson, that's good.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Boy, you better be more physical on the glass because they wanted that rebound more than them, plain and simple.
Timeout called, the Nets. Doris, look in your crystal ball. 5 years from now, who do you think will be the 2-3 best players in the NBA?
Well, certainly some of the names. I won't say this is a definitive list, but as long as health holds, I'm going to give you 3 men who are going to be bad men in the NBA for a long time. Giannis Antetokounmpo, because the Greek freak is able at his size to handle it, take it off the window, and dominate action in transition. If he gets a consistent jump shot, forget about it. Ben Simmons, exactly the same thing. His passing ability is extraordinary. I think you'll see him get a low post game, and I think he'll get a jump shot, and he will be unguardable. And one of my absolute favorites is Mr. Joel Embiid. Give it to you inside, give it to you outside. Mr. Embiid can handle it. He can dominate with his defense. Those 3 men are going to be all-stars for a long, long time.
Here's Moutier. After the basket by Brooklyn. Back to Cantor. Over Allen. Brooklyn with the rebound. Allen's got his 4th rebound in this one. Robinson against Carroll. Crabbe kicks to Allen. Passes to Harris. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Wednesday, they'll defend home court against the Indiana Pacers. And then on Friday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Dallas Mavericks.
And looking at the Wizards matchup, you know they're going to want to make a statement in that contest. Taking down the top team in the East would definitely turn some heads.
Here's Ntilikina. He has 6. To the inside, Cantor, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And the foul goes against Brooklyn.
One of the best attributes of Enes Kanter is his physicality. This guy does a tremendous job getting himself to the free throw line.
Two shots.
That's good from Cantor. Well, Enes Kanter, when we talk about rebounds per minute, Doris, he's generally very high on that list.
Oh, Kev, he's got the size and he's got the strength. But what I really love about him is there's this willingness to mix it up. This is a very physical player.
Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Robinson. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Napier's checked in.
There's that accurate touch of his at the stripe. He is locked in.
He kicks to Carroll. Over to the wing. Here's Crabbe. Not going to go that time. Good D by Hardaway. The Knicks leading by 3. Feeds it to Moutier. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 5 rebounds tonight. Carroll dishes to Napier. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Ntilikina. He has 6. Down low. Good. Nice play there from Vonleh. And the Knicks lead by 5.
Can't leave anyone uncovered around Ntilikina. He is so adept at exploiting situations like that.
Napier kicks to Crabbe. Allen outside. The Knicks pull it in. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Ntilikina passes to Vonleh. Here's Cantor. Back to Vonleh. Now here's Moutier. Napier covering. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, when Emmanuel Mudiay has got deep post position, boy, he is going to attack and earn the trip to the stripe.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Two shots.
No good on that one.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Mudiay must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
And the Nets making a change here. LeVert's checked in. And he sinks the second. Doris, when you talk about coaching, aside from wins and losses, how can you gauge if a coach is doing a good job?
Well, you make a great point, Kevin, because if an organization is in a rebuild situation, then winning is almost impossible because you're outgunned and outmanned every single night. So to evaluate those coaches, here are the things I would look at. One, are you maximizing the talent at your disposal? Are your player development skills at such a degree that you're seeing incremental improvement from the guys on your roster? And then ultimately, Kevin, are guys playing hard? Are they competitive every night? Even if the wins don't necessarily show in the box score and at the end of the, the regular season, the reality is, are you playing hard? Are you competitive?
And it's the Knicks with the ball, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. And there's Enes Kanter on the assist for Mudiay. And it's 8 points for Enes Kanter.
You can see the improving court awareness of Emmanuel Mudiay, having an understanding for when to find his guys.
Napier kicks to Crabbe. Stolen by Kanter. And here we go. Mudiay heading to the hoop. And Mudiay throws it down.
You see the ability of Mudiay to get into space and be a factor in transition.
Nets trail by 7. Down low, deflects the pass. Hardaway with the steal. Now Mudiay, 11 points last game. Kicks to Kanter. Outside Hardaway. Back to Kanter. And Allen with the block. Another shot. And scoring with the play inside is Kanter. And now a 9-point New York lead.
And doing much better now in that first quarter, converting less than 30% of their field goal opportunities, bouncing back nicely here in the second.
Now here's Carroll. 8 points his last outing. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. A nice shot by LeVert.
Well, you cannot allow Karis LeVert to square up from deep. When he's in rhythm, he's going to knock down that shot with great consistency.
Hardaway kicks to Kanter. Over Allen. And again, it's New York.
I think you could see early on that he was really with a rhythm and flow tonight, and now he's really starting to take off.
Napier finds Allen. Now here's Napier, guarded closer. The pass to LeVert. Looking for Allen and gets it there. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the way up. Allen's got 4 points this quarter. The Knicks leading by 6. Here's Ntilikina. He has 6 to the inside, and Kanter throws it down.
Enes Kanter is a natural-born scorer. Either back to the basket with the jumper or the post move. He's got it all.
Timeout called the Nets. And last season, LeBron said that the Knicks made a mistake passing on Dennis Smith Jr. in the draft. Of course, they took Frank Ntilikina out of France.
Yeah, a little shade thrown Ntilikina's way last season. Of course, he's one of the youngest players in that draft, and so plenty of time for this young man to fulfill his potential.
Mario Hezonja is checked in for the Knicks. Lee comes in for Frank Ntilikina. Then for the Nets, Ed Davis is checked in for Allen. Fareed comes in for Damari Carroll, and it's Russell in for Crabbe. Here's LeVert. Right side Davis. Pass to LeVert. Over Hezonja. And it's LeVert missing. The Knicks leading by 8. And a fast break now for New York. Here's Lee. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Yes, you love that they're not settling for anything outside the paint. Excellent work getting right to the tin.
Now here's Davis. 11 points for him in that last game against Golden State. And that one's good. Russell.
What a gamer this guy is. D'Angelo Russell relishing the opportunity to play through contact.
Pass to Vonleh. Now Cantor. No good on that one. Davis with some nice D.
As long as they can hang on to this lead, he won't have to answer for what's been an off night for him.
Doris, one thing the Knicks did really well last season, protect the rim.
Well, you think about the New York Knicks over the past 3 years. They have been top 10 in block shots in each of those 3. They have been one of the taller teams in the league. Perimeter defense has been the bigger issue for the New York Knicks.
No good on that one.
Well, the Brooklyn Nets, one of the younger teams in the league this year and last year. And obviously, with young teams and with the style of play, turnovers are going to be something you've got to contend with along the way.
Knox, he's checked in for the Knicks. Ron Baker comes in for Emmanuel Mudiay. Good on the second free throw. And along with the turnovers, outside shooting can be a problem for the Nets.
Well, think about it, Kevin. I think there's a fundamental belief in today's NBA that you need to shoot the 3 to win at a high level. So even though this organization right now doesn't have a ton of lights-out shooters, they are committed to getting that style established in their franchise.
Out left to the wing. Back to Napier. They push it up 4 on 3 and stolen by Napier. Here's Fareed. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got 3 assists tonight.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Now here's Lee. 11 points for him in that last game against Golden State. Hazonia kicks to Baker. Shot clock at 6. Tries a 3. Rebounded by Fareed. Stolen away. Knox misses.
Well, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
Right side Russell over Lee. Russell no luck. It's deflected and stolen by Russell. It's been all about Enes Kanter for the New York Knicks. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. That was a shaky first quarter for New York. Abysmal shooting from the field, miss after miss, and unable to get into any kind of rhythm. They simply could not put together an efficient offensive run. Throughout the second quarter, they had a big improvement in shot selection and overall offense. They shot 52% from the field. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, I think they're feeling the energy of this hometown crowd. Sometimes you get a little complacent and comfortable in your surroundings, but no, they fed off adrenaline in the first half.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets?
Well, I didn't even know who some of these guys were, but their bench came up with some big shots, gave the team a lift offensively. It's always possible those guys will see more minutes in the second half, but at the same time, if you're a starter for a reason. We shall see, Ernie.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
Welcome back to New York City. Some street art on the wall of the Canal Street subway station in Soho, south of Houston, just down the way from us. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been a clinic so far from Enes Kanter.
Yeah, the rebounding, particularly on the offensive side, as good as it gets. He was bringing the effort down low.
Well, it's his specialty. There are certain guys who can dominate a half or even an entire game by generating second chances.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. Damari Carroll is out there with Davis. Then there's Allen. Then it's Russell. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1 spot. New York on D. They've led by as much as 10. Russell left side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A beautiful reverse layup. Russell's got his team on the board first here in the second half with the Nets. And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. 4-point game. The shot's good from Kanter.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Absolutely perfect start to the half, setting the tempo right away with an easy opportunity at the cup.
Here's Dinwiddie. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Well, and the Brooklyn Nets, to me, seem to have a bright future in front of them. There is a good collection of young players that they can continue to grow with, and finally will own their draft pick for the first time in what feels like forever.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And this Nets team still very young, as you said, 5th youngest, Doris, in the league last year.
Boy, and that is something, Kevin, considering the amount of picks they've lost. The Nets have done a great job of finding talent late in the draft and acquiring other picks without giving up too much. They've positioned themselves very well to become a factor in the future.
And Allen drops them both. One big problem for the Knicks last season, Doris, the offense was okay, but the defense let them down.
Right, and the one area that was a strength was shot blocking. But a good defense requires far more than that. It requires quickness. It requires on-point rotations. Their defensive rating ended up being in the bottom 10 last year, Kevin.
The Knicks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first free throw is good.
Boy, when you look at the New York Knicks and their recent draft history, they didn't have a first rounder in 2012, 2014, and 2016. They're obviously feeling the effects of that now, Kev.
He's off on the second. And on the subject of draft picks, with the salary cap, Doris, it really helps to get production from guys who are still on rookie contracts.
Well, Kevin, there is no doubting the fact that every roster spot has huge value in today's NBA. With the game played at the fast pace that we see nowadays, you've got to have production up and down the roster. Those rookie contracts help in your overall salary structure. That's why those are so key. Well, defenders are in the area, and that's all it took to force him to change his release.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. It's Carroll on the wing. Guarded by Hardaway. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
You have to be willing to pass in those situations. That was a low percentage shot.
Vonleh's shot is good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Russell. He's got 14. The dish to Allen. Doesn't go for him. Excellent D from Cantor.
Boy, what a cold start to the second half for them. Just 1 for 4 from the field so far.
Here's Hardaway. And Allen with the block. But they recover it. Conley, the pass to Moutier. Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, let's see the vertical of Mr. Hardaway. Go ahead, sir. Pretty dunk.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Dinwiddie kicks to Russell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. 5th on the list, and is Cantor.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
First free throw is good.
Well, I think you think of the Brooklyn Nets, and though there isn't a ton of wins, I do think you see this team moving in the right direction. Yes, they only had 28 wins, finished 12th overall. But the reality is, on a night-by-night basis, this team gives great effort in the face of adversity.
The Knicks making a switch here. Robinson's checked in, and so Russell hits them both. And the Nets win total last year impressive given the injuries.
Well, Jeremy Lin and D'Angelo Russell's injuries obviously made things difficult, Kevin. But despite it all, the Nets were more competitive than they've been the last few seasons. To me, this is an organization that has some things it can build on.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks.
When D'Angelo Russell has that offensive game working, you just want to play through him.
Moutier kicks to Robinson. Passes it to Cantor. Hardaway for 3. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Right. The effort could have been so much better. You've got to be willing to fight through that screen. There's no question about it.
Now here is Davis. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Russell, no luck. The Knicks leading by 8. And a fast break now for the Knicks. And Hardaway gets it to go.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Doris, when you look at Frank Ntilikina, the first thing that might strike you is how long his arms really are.
Right, that wingspan in the 7'1" mark. And I'll tell you what you like is that Ntilikina really knows how to use that length to his advantage on the defensive end.
So for the Nets, Harris comes in for Allen, and it's Allen Crabbe in for D'Angelo Russell. Nets trail by 10. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. He kicks it to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. And now the Knicks on the break. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Harris dishes to Dinwiddie. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Enes Kanter. And even though Spencer Dinwiddie had a breakout year, he felt that his time was long overdue.
Yeah, and in between the injury in college and kind of being buried on the bench, he's had to overcome a lot and has always believed in himself. And he feels when matched up head-to-head with most guards, he's going to come out on top. showed exactly why he believes in himself so much with that breakout season in 2018.
First one falls for him.
Well, think about it, guys. Last year, Spencer Dinwiddie, a little bit of a breakout year, right? Stepped in for the injured D'Angelo Russell and helped the Nets stay competitive, proving to be a big-time scorer.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Doris Dinwiddie's so good at finding a play to make, even when it seems he has nowhere to go.
Well, that quick first step opens up space to get into the passing lanes. This guy makes a lot of jump passes, but seems to get away with it.
Now here's Hardaway. He's got 19.
I tell you what, I'd settle for having as many points in this game as he has rebounds.
You know, you have to be an absolutely tireless worker to rack up 20-plus boards.
Harris, good.
Boy, he didn't get much separation, nor did he need it. He buries the 3.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. A different look for New York. Knox, he's checked in for Robinson, and it's Hezonja in for Emmanuel Mudiay. The Knicks leading by 7. Here's Ntilikina. He has 6. Up top, Canner is guarded by Davis. On the wing, Hardaway. On the clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Cantor's shot is off.
He does everything right except drain the shot.
To the middle, here's Carroll. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And along with the resurgence Carroll had last season, in large part due, I think, Greg, to finally feeling healthy.
Yeah, and Carroll is quick to tell you just how hard it was for him to regain form after that knee injury. Coming back is something that each player experiences kind of in their own way. Great presence, though, on and off the floor, and really a natural leader.
And that one falls for Carroll.
Let's remember, DeMarre Carroll has been around a long time in the NBA. This guy is a tough defender, and his offense had taken a step back the last few seasons, but last year took on a much greater role and was a big-time locker room presence.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Lee's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr., and it's Baker in for Ntilikina. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And with Carroll, he gives you what most teams want with his defense and Doris's versatility.
Right, very strong 3-and-D type player. He is a little bit limited elsewhere offensively, but he's a veteran presence who you know will affect the box score.
Now here's Lee to the left wing. Here's Baker, and he's good on the 3-ball. Baker's got his first 3 points of the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Here's Dinwiddie, kicks it to Crabbe. Here's Davis. He feeds it to Crabbe. And there's the pass to Carroll. Back to Crabbe from downtown. Offensive rebound. Down low, here's Davis, and finally they hit one. Davis has got his first 2 points.
Well, Alan Crabbe continues to develop his skill, and that's a pretty pass right there.
Here's Cantor. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. And the Knicks lead by 9.
You know, he had room to operate, but added a little fade on that shot just for good measure.
Dinwiddie passes to Harris. Pass to Carroll. The Nets need to get a shot off here. That one goes in. Harris has got 5.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
The Knicks leading by 7. Pass to Cannon. Over Davis. Misses off the right iron.
Defensive positioning so important, and he could not have played him better there.
Back to Crabbe over Lee, and again it's Brooklyn converting.
Boy, if Alan Crabbe is going to make contested shots like this, give him just a tip of the cap, because that is nice.
Here's Knox. Carroll covering. Lee outside. Inside. Here's Cantor. Plays it up and banks it in. Cantor's got 6 points in the quarter.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Passes it to Carroll. He kicks it to Crabbe. Buries the long-range jumper. 9 points in the game so far.
You've got to be able to read the defense and catch and shoot situations. Alan Crabbe does just that.
Here's Baker. Down low. Here's Cantor. Bucket is good. Cantor's got 22. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for Brooklyn. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Here's Crabbe, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Courtney Lee.
Well, Alan Crabbe, a player who personifies that 3-and-D guy. A great career shooting percentage from deep, and he's always been a very good defender.
For Brooklyn, they have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Crabbe. And last season, Crabbe taking a lot more threes than normal.
Well, I'll tell you this, he was given the green light and didn't hesitate. This guy took more shots in general because he was a bigger part of the offense. But to me, there's still some room to expand that game.
Longley's checked in for the Knicks. Second free throw, no good.
I think if there's one thing that he's proven, it's that Alan Crabbe can shoot the basketball. Now it's his responsibility to keep adding to his game.
Here's Knox. Back to Hezonja. Shot clock at 5. Not going to go that time. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Karis LeVert, a player who executives knew had potential, Doris, but they were scared away on draft day.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, the 3 foot surgeries early in the career had a toll on that. But let's remember, the Nets took a chance, and he has more than shown with the ceiling he has what a good decision that was.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good.
To me, Karis LeVert has tons of upside. This is a 6'7" guard with an outstanding skill set.
So he comes up empty at the line. The Knicks leading by 5. A floater. Here's Lee. It's tipped. Goes up again. And Davis pulls it down.
This has been one of those nights where he's really struggled. And the team hasn't, but he has.
Here's LeVert. Hezonja defending. Napier kicks to Crabbe. It's rebounded by New York. Vonleh's got his 8th rebound here tonight. The pass to Baker. It's Hezonja in the corner. Takes the 13-footer and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Hezonja's got 7 points.
The defense making it way too easy for him on that jump shot. He'll take that all night.
Nets trail by 7. Now here's Napier. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And checking out numbers for Napier, some last season stats for him. Last season, he averaged 8 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, this is a guy who brings a solid skill set. Excellent ball handler, high level of playmaking, the perfect backup point.
D'Angelo Russell's checked in for Crab. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 54 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Baker. Napier covering. Baker kicks to Hezonja. That 3 off the mark. Nets trail by 5. Pass to LeVert for the 3. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got 3 assists in the game. New York's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Vonleh, the pass to Knox. LeVert grabs the miss. And so Napier will bring it up for Brooklyn. To the paint, and stolen by Napier. Here's LeVert. Hezonja defended. Here's Napier. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Napier's got it all tied up now for the Nets. It's been all about Enes Kanter for New York. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. We'll return shortly. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Moutier and Lee make up the backcourt. Hezonja's out there with Knox, and it's Vonleh in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now here's Lee. Charity stripe shot, and good that time. Lee's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Knicks. Brooklyn trailing. Over to the left wing. Russell passes to LeVert. And he slams it one-handed.
Boy, I love the way Karis LeVert is attacking. This guy is a skilled guard with tremendous speed.
New York shooting about 42% so far. And now here's Hezonja. He's covered closely. To the middle, stolen by Allen. To the left side wing. And the Nets, another 3.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Now here's Moutier. Vonleh with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. And there's the foul. Will go on Shabazz Napier. That's his first foul. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for the Knicks. Ntilikina comes in for Courtney Lee. Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by Russell. Ntilikina passes to Vonleh, and Allen with the block. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Napier. Knicks trail by 6. Ntilikina kicks to Moutier. Over Napier. Moutier with the basket.
Well, to me, there's no question it's critical that Emmanuel Moutier make this shot more consistently, showing some signs of progress in the mid-range, guys.
Here's LeVert. Allen left side. Fades away. And it's LeVert missing. Out to Russell. And now the Knicks on the break. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, you can see Tim Hardaway is in his element right now. This guy is a solid transition player. He knows where to get to.
To the right side. Russell finds Napier. Offensive rebound. Now here's Allen. Does not get it. Third miss. He's made 4 from the field. Here's Ntilikina. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Hardaway has got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. LeVert's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Hazonia with the ball. Kicks it to Hardaway. Pass to Ntilikina. To the paint. Here's Vonleh. Rebound, Brooklyn. Allen's got 8 rebounds in this game. Down low. And it's Allen with the jam.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Pass to Hardaway. And here is Hazonia. Back to Hardaway. 5 on the clock. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. And good, he nails it. Moutier's got 4 points in the quarter. Brooklyn leading by 3. The pass to Fareed. Dishes to Russell. Back to Fareed. Over Hazonia. And Fareed the bucket on the assist by Russell. Russell's got 4 assists in the game. And now here's Hazonia. Fareed defending. Hazonia's shot is off. And so Napier will bring it up for the Nets. Pass to Allen. Here's LeVert. Shoots the 3. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Moutier kicks to Hazonia. Inside. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Fareed outside. Allen left side. Got a hand on it. Snatched away. Russell from long range. And the Nets another 3.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
New York calls timeout. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
I think one of the things at the top of the list in this timeout discussion has got to be the amount of room they're giving him to operate. You've got to get more bodies on him to try to disrupt his rhythm.
Cantor checked in for Mario Hazonia. And the Nets making a change here as well. Dinwiddie's checked in for Shabazz Napier. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Coach Fizdale was going over with his team. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively. He said, make the easy play, take care of the ball. We can't afford to just give away golden opportunities. And we'll see if they can clean it up, guys.
Here's Dinwiddie, defended by Moutier. Dinwiddie passes to Russell. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And sometimes it seems the age of interior scoring big men has come and gone. Enes Kanter, one of the rare big men who can dominate a game offensively in the paint, great hands and the strength to create space.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And you talk about Kanter's inside game, but he's got a solid jump shot.
It looks very comfortable all the way out to 20 feet. I think before long we may see him add a three-point shot to his repertoire.
And so Russell hits them both. Doris, what is your solution to the controversy surrounding one and done?
Kevin, I believe the one and dones will be a thing of the past, and I think it will happen shortly. And the reason that can now become a viable option is the G League holds the key. You can now allow players to enter into the minor league straight out of high school. If they raise the salary of those G League players, then it helps across the board.
And Tim Hardaway Jr. returning to New York with a 4-year, $71 million contract that surprised many. He's got to shoot better than he did last season to be worth that kind of money.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
That free throw good from Hardaway. And Hardaway, of course, the son of former all-star point guard Tim Hardaway, who played with the Warriors in the Heat.
Yeah, I mean, Hardaway Jr. much more comfortable, I think, off the ball in terms of spotting up and attacking. Definitely has worked on his ball handling and creating a little bit more of his own offense.
Hardaway hits them both.
I'll tell you, Tim Hardaway Jr. has shown signs of being a lights-out scorer, and he's got the game to do just that. He looks better and better every year, guys.
Now here's Fareed. Out left to the wing. Pushing it up. Here's Moutier, and Moutier throws it down.
Gotta be careful around Ntilikina, an active defender who uses his length to come away with steals.
There's Dinwiddie, defended by Moutier. Dinwiddie passes to Fareed. He lobs it up. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Moutier. A three-pointer off the mark.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Allen trying to break free. Russell, no good. Knicks trail by 7. Here's Moutier. Here's Kanter. Rebounded by the Nets. They've led by as many as 11 points. Dinwiddie kicks to Russell. Pass to Dinwiddie. Takes the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 5 assists tonight.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Really good work in the painted area. You need to have the inside game working like that.
Here's Dinwiddie. Knocked away. Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by Russell. Ntilikina can't hit. Nets leading by 8. Dinwiddie dishes to Fareed. He kicks it to Dinwiddie. Back to Fareed. Passes to Dinwiddie. And here is Fareed, defended by Moutier. Fareed finds Allen, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Nets lead by 10.
Well, this is the classic hot hand, right? If he can keep it up, their lead will be safe.
And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for New York. Now the pass to Hardaway. Off target with his three.
Boy, they're just giving him that shot. An easy opportunity for three just slips away.
From outside the arc, Ntilikina with the rebound. Ntilikina's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. They get it back. Trying his luck deep. A three-pointer is right on target.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Here's Dinwiddie. Kicks to Allen. To the left side wing. Here's Dinwiddie, defended by Moutier. Shoots from 12. Here's Fareed. Knicks with the rebound. Cantor's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Ntilikina can't hit.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession. Some changes for Brooklyn. Davis is checked in for Kenneth Fareed, and Damari Carroll subbed in for LeVert. And here's Moutier. Here's Cantor. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
It's the size of Cantor that makes him a tough matchup, right? He is so good at finding space inside and forcing the defense to foul him.
That's good from Cantor.
What you love about Enes Kanter to me is every night he's capable of a double-double. He's an efficient low-post scorer and a determined rebounder. This guy can play now. Let's make no mistake.
And Cantor drops them both.
Boy, what a steady presence at the line. Whether it's a blowout or a tight game like this one, his stroke never varies.
Russell kicks to Dinwiddie. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Emmanuel Moutier picks one up.
You know, when Spencer Dinwiddie is attacking, he gets these kinds of calls. Simple as that.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
One thing you have to love about Spencer Dinwiddie is his confidence. Here's a guy who knows he belongs, and he's proving it with his play night after night.
Good on both. Knicks trail by 7. Moutier kicks to Cantor. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. That's now 26 points for Enes Kanter.
Enes Kanter, so aggressive and assertive, big-time play.
Pass to Davis. And it's Noah Vonleh with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Here's Russell. And the Nets miss again. New York's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Hardaway, no good. Brooklyn leading by 5. Outside, Davis to the wing on the left. Outside, Russell. Pass to Kira. 4 on the clock. Over Moutier, and Carroll gets it to go. And the Nets lead by 7.
Damari Carroll gives the defense no time to react on that. Not looking to pass or put it on the deck, just score it.
Moutier, no good. And it's Davis with the ball for Brooklyn. Here's Russell, the feed to Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
I think that's exactly the mentality you have to have. You don't want to give this team any hope of coming back.
New York calls timeout. They're down by 9. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And with this game closing in on the final buzzer, let's take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And guys, it's been a rugged brand of defense he's played. I don't know why they keep taking the ball at him. It seems like every time they have, he's come up with the rejection. And with every block, he's only gotten more and more fired up.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this. And on the road, no less. Now, here's Cantor. Off the left rim and out.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Right, perfect contest in that instance, Greg, making it really hard on the shooter to have any kind of space at all.
And so here is New York after D'Angelo Russell's miss. Cantor against Allen. Excellent D there from Allen. Brooklyn with the ball. They have a 9-point lead. Here's Dinwiddie, defended by Moutier, and slam dunk by Allen.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
No, I think that they've been locked in during this game. They didn't let the opposing crowd get to them at all. This has been pure domination.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone.